kasa ojejiriji me two for no pay say minumi enu be ya adwen ba ko se ensa nya adwuma se enidi dia na bible kan dia ene wonsa no oti ho ye de se wo de onya adwuma wo de adwuma nipa nam anopa e pre adwuma wo de oso nya bi de onim so wo chinchi nipa so asresere wo lifestyle ba nyina asresere nko a ene o ma me 2 cities o ma me 3 cities e ma ne bi mu no e ma bi no mu no ene de onim abra kodwo ena me mumu no mani ene mumu no kretim de status say anopa na Friday die na wo ye me fa kakra to so ma me che say sa anopa yi me show nkran say onso ye adwuma na wo de onsa ye adwuma nyoma be koyie de ma wo enti fa onsa ye adwuma fa onsa ye adwuma emma onfa wani ntu ni paso ma mu mo de onsa ye adwuma nsa no no amfa mokro na wo de ye adwuma pa adwuma na ewumienu ebi de ekro no bo adwuma ebi die nsa no de ye odidi ewu awudi odi hwie mojagu adwuma but adwuma bone odo nsa ye adwuma se na meti hayi adwuma me ye ni ntimede me nsa ye adwuma mede me nsa ye adwuma mede me nsa bedidi metwa nkontromo a mehwe nkwan pa na mum se mede koye adwuma adwuma bone a ma akoda aban kukumu anopa emfa nsa anya adwuma bone emfa nsa anya nioma ensem fata emfa hwie mojangu emfa anya nioma bi ensem fata na mum fa ye adwuma den na oye ne sa ena din hira ne sika ebeba wa brabom yanko de obokrata ne straight away anopa ensem piaba ene ifiada anti edu fiada sei dia na ye the week no eko na wie ne nso de obokrata no so achocho ensem piaba me ne Jesus say me no nyina be ya adwen ba ko na yakomu the new weekend crusading guide ena me de ehyasie na wo krata no anima wo say Jinapo cracks the ship and suspends all prospecting mining licenses in forest reserve. No, the other the Honorable Samuel Abu Jinapo, the former Deputy Chief of Staff, currently the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. And I mean, I say mining licenses, Yadama, and Ipebia A2, a former good deal, Quaimuna. Or the Pampima to so was suspending in a court fines GOC 1,000 Ghana cedis and courts grants motion to reopen cases and no and summer and also Abba remove our MCE as Shaman residents demands and government to beef up security at Joma and to halt land guards operations around. I am very grateful. Deputy Works and Housing Minister appreciates President. Zumlion donates buses in support of Let's Make Accra Work project. The Abanono. Unumnyam for Henry Cotti, so for the Nkrakropon so. Zumlion for Cochen buses. No personal use. Nemum. Sounds on a minister or that Asuyana no. And now Nkrakropon anonti. Project opportunity yemhwese in kind because let's make Accra work project Accra besa etumpon bio asa yedwuma bio omo de basis akwa kwache no na onyam force am abugina pokra nsem no so katafe to so miensa ena oba mane se ye kwaye na hodo no mu wo ho a amanfo etu afam agudi om na me no ekase o suspending nyina se obibia wo sa licenses a odiko tu afam gudi o kwaim no otwam tinton tan ogu contract ni nyina anopai the obokrata new weekend crusading guide and all this ensem no aba na say Accra High Court nso timo for tenadwam Justice Ananda Akins na Ghana Olympic Committee ensem bia wo court na yabo mu sumo na yasan so afine mu 1,000 Ghana cedis anopai the obokrata no and all this ensem no aba na owie ne nsem no mu close no nti omasa a report case na eno honsem eno so anopai the obokrata no etimi eliaba ye boso ewa watimi nti hye no so fama me se nsem aba e the obokrata no eno no Ashaman MC o adihye o se empam no onumnyamfo Albert Boachi Ochre omanfo e wo Ashaman chese omompeno krakrakrakra na mo se be big disaster Semampene Kufuado, Esa de Nebadia, and then say, in Puntu pa de Bebum said Junso, Abo Akoko, and no air this year war, Ashama and the mountain so Eka, T. Krata New Weekend Crusading Guide, Anopai, in Sama or Troy, and the Abba Ebinono. The Chronicle, the Obokrata, and I'm the to us on the front page of the Chronicle. Phone tracker blows cover of thieves. And innocent Ghanaian jailed 10 years in Dubai for exporting weed. Stop prospecting in forest reserves. Government orders license holders. And I say the Chronicle is saying gets result as paralyzed lady receives support after publication. There's a Chronicle send me omocho abayo bia sika fa na naso be 2018 mono a yield result and the abapa aba onumnya for samala budi na pomfo ni ne da no ohwe ye kwayi mu excavator si wo sisi ade ese amanse central home patam asantemantam de jajajajajai galamsi koso na ose Omanfm nyai galamsi omutu okwayi mu anopai wode ho sem aba na yese ejeli Ghana ni bi a Ghanaian national who attempted to traffic marijuana, also known as weed, to the Gulf state of the United Arab Emirates, UAE, has been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. No, the Bokrata no ede aba. No so or can asem. The Bokrata fetoso miensa. Tare hosem no so ewa ebo amania. A 4-member phone snatching syndicate has been picked up in Ashama by the Tema police on April 21, 2021, after they snatched an iPhone 12 Pro from a victim at Adentan. Says Omako snatching a chini pamakmako nine. Amodi the Muniman say, Omobe Shishun Kofo, Adio phone the film Muslim, and obey the Bokrata and the Chronicle. And so Amani and the daily statement, the Bokrata, Ghana School of Law, to celebrate legacy of the late Ochame Bafo Osei Akutu. That is page 3 of the daily statement. Leave the forest reserves now. Government directs companies engage in mining, reconnaissance, and prospecting. The Abano, Arahosem Pass, ye two a fogudi a war, Quaimu. You say acquiring the Nina say him for near Baba Kunma. Quinina say, I say, Araho. And as Thompson and is charged again over $14.8 million loot. Era and as Thompson, former Director General of SNIT. I say, you quite do know. I saw the abon view. We a buy lawyer penny. And I pay a commodity, Sasika $14.8 million now. I said the motor software, I was net. A kind of topics I be discuss it and pay home pie. Yes, a home in Kunyamamefa, Ghanaian Times. The most authoritative newspaper, mineral prospecting in forest reserve suspended. Lands Minister gives prospectors 7 days to evacuate equipment. And also a headliner, and pay Ghanaian Times, or this Samuel Abujina Pomfonia Bato, Medica can was almost 7 days in Fianson, so Muyu feeding them free a quiet. Respond promptly to early warning signals. Chief of Staff to regional ministers. Page 17. Boost for Let Accra work again. Azum Lion donates 2 buses to Regional Coordinating Council. 98 Togolese. Benin illegal. Immigrants arrested in Volta region. Tema Impakadan Railway project to be completed November. Amewu. And also in summer anopaba. I say achi Togo for any Benin for Makumako 98 be a year Togo and no a year unapproved route we are so kofa Sokode Lokoi and obey who. The Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCOPE Odru Kwaten, and Obosa Amania. Ghanaian Times, also can was Galamsey Task Force picks 4 persons in Eziama. And also elembele mansimo ya nipa 4 galamsey eno nsem e wa ase ya yeka death of 40-year-old teacher under probe yes teacher ni bi onya mfisha aduanan post for a ni muhwempa Tachima municipal police crime officer ASP William abayete na obosa amani eno so ensema anopai no bokrata no de aba ye kan wasem. Black teenage girl shot dead by police in Ohio. Asembe krani. Kotutu boni ekon by way. Rehosem anopai no bokrata no so etimi edeba. Na katafe to so du enson. Na Obama ne efa maame fremo osel pare. Enso eka F02 bi ewo ha anopai Dobokrata no say regional ministers have been urged to respond promptly to intelligence and early warning signals to forestall illegalities, disturbances, and violent clashes that can threaten the development of their respective regions. Futu Oshia 16 regional ministers nina and O2 mo F4 say bibi to say the ebe hadwin nyoma bi ebe tete ntokwa ni ade omuntu na montem omuntu na montem papa se na be yankofa oyene bia emma 119 communities benefit from Zongo Development Fund no so ena openi IFL Haji Abdullah ono ena ebosa mani executive chief executive officer adi Zongo Development Fund no Alhaji Arafat Suleimana Abdullah say a communities makuma 119 a good news Zoom Lion fumigates Kotoka International Airport and so Katafeto to do watch and now Kata Ghanaian Times so called back page was a Greater Accra Regional Minister inspects road works and cautions contractors against delay and say so for here in Kakopon Henry Court Nunyamfui akwa wodo ayi okrum ha wakasa afa ho se omomu ntwintwan mo na asekra do baby ano ene I say asotwen bi wadi ma no pa obom kokko papa kokko we dia menene ya adwen no project bi wa ye che ho ye hye kwan bi ase be che saa anopai ehonsem aba Ghanaian Times back page yenko Daily Guide and Ghana's favorite newspaper. Let's Make Accra Work project gets boost. You know, Makan was the ex-Senate boss. 4 others face 29 new charges. Hey, court grants Agrada 500,000 Ghana cedis bill. Ray arrested by police. Page 3. As in an Agrada, granting bill 5 billion old cedis. Now, so for above 4 side the code do kobono. Diasa achinu bill. Eno ensema krata Daily Guide krata feto so mensa odeba Ernest Thompson ani nipa nan bi ye de kwadu makomako aduonu enkron ena asa kwakobom government suspends prospecting in forest reserves eno so yakan wasem Ekufuado is my paddy ET mensa krata feto so eye insia era Enoch Mensa former Ningo Prampram MP and o kasai say Mampeni Ekufuado na danfo pa enyonko brebo papa eno so anapay de wokata no edisansem no aba obo ehon amane na okasa e wotema Metropolitan Assembly meeting bi ekoso na era Mensa aka se Mampeni Ekufuado ene nyonko brebo eno so ensem anapay de wokata Daily Guide enso ode aba na grada nso ne obofo ntokwa no anapay obofon so de kodu akakobon no ma ya chi no eno so kata feto so mensa Daily Guide mu ena obosa manen Daily Graphic ena me di wi the obokrata no eso na o say suspend all activities in forest reserves. Lands Minister directs 16 excavators seized in the western region is seized excavators makomako efide mu ntuma mo di tu afam godie no hwe nsuo pa de aye no hwe mfoni da Daily Graphic enim hwe nsuo Ghana nsuo ene ye kwaye mu hwe kwaye ne yedi dim saa na mu hwe galamsey ene ye koso saa no enti anopai de bokrata Daily Graphic adeba past tax exemptions bill to check financial drain. That is page 13. And this Asemi Aba. I know you come out on so deba. And Attorney General revives in the Thompson's case. And also Sama Aba no pay. Democrat and Daily Graphic and so adeba. Push investment into road infrastructure. Experts. Bina Ekasa Asemi say Ebeya Ira Dr. William Aka, a senior research scientist. And I say investment in Ayamfam Koya Quine, and so some about. Now call the back page of the Daily Graphic. Government LMI holdings to build more industrial parks. And so buying this said Mekube Kabum, no see more industrial park. Zoom Lion donates buses to Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council. And so some and pay the Bokata no ede aba a obo ho amane. Nina Greater Accra Kropoemu anamontua ekoso efa se be ni enkra kropoemu bola efi ene afei enuma bi ensem fata nina no mantem so afo e de sinani so na eno na no pay the Bokata no so ede about the back page of the Daily Graphic a obo ho amane nti ano pay the Bokata no na poso we headlines and amema boso ede amawe we okokrata ni muna unya krata ni bi kenkanya obete ensem no enchichimu ankasa enti eno ene ensem ano pay ebehwe na esi ehunkunya yira Christian Donkor ababaka ensa ene anopay back to the studios ebehwe ene ebedi nkomo pii ene anopay enya samketo akora medin de wo ahene entwibu esi akon Minia Frank ya winti o chifo aboawo o he me de me chiao ene busuafo nyina me chiachiao ene anopai galamsey kon no dey o he me ana de ho adwencha fa ho e wo text message about galamsey sisi Ashanti region dia say okwa Ashanti region galamsey pa amanse area ho no enyenyenyenene empenimfo ne inimdifo aye hwehwemu se galamsey no say yanhwe anko a in the next 10 years to come insu yebekra insu Ghana insu galamsey na say water bodies ni nyina ehio pra mamo twifo pra so mamo daboase area western region ehio pra ni tesai ehio pra ani tesai ene yebeka wasem papa ebi mo so ye no amanyosem galamsey na ese insu na ese ye kwaye se ensase no ebi mu de ya manyosem anadu de suom ye se amanse central ho edu anadu omonna omanfo te amanse ho no omonna galamsey ye se efoma gudie no ye nkase ye ntu ye betu nemu ye betu no kwampa so we are going to mine responsibly and yet sabi illegally like gather them and sell galamsey no eno de yempene so ampani fa ona esi fom yesre emra bi wo ho a ese eno ana no abronya beka ho se amanyo MPP fo na bi nso yebi NDC fo ye MPP fo ma nso yebi MPP fo mpani fo ni binom enso tu afom gudie no essence ase na mo pegan yi MPP NDC mo pegan na yi MPP NDC mo pegan na yi sama nyo komienu yi mo pegan na yi MPP NDC mo pegan na yi mo pegan na yi mampani akufo ado yenya ne saso da papa no kontimi nya adwuma no enti wayi man mpanimfo se mo no da no mo hwe MCs ni bi nso mo hwe ntoto nyoma MCs ni bi so ye galamsey MC ye de automate na no wo ye galamsey woni na agu ase MC wusi mampani akufo ado anan on so nya 77 years wo 45 koko can say we furu na adoa no yade hodo on say there be diabetes pressure obe yare sa because uni adwempa e de ma omanfo pani ama post pani ama post say adwuma no adwempa pani utime akufo ado mampani 77 years when the age 35 we furu na ahono no on 35 years adwempa pani utrimti on the yo pressure diabetes and sabi yade hununai adwenbone nkwa na opesika enti nsase a Kwame Nkrumah na nanom edi kan ba asase so Abraham mo mo na wiase body mu fitiase mo hwe ase be hwe nsase so etoto ne ma no onkwa ba Ghana ba asase so ye bo ba Ghana be ye pani a hwe nsase ma ye no ko Ashanti region enye ko Western region ko Central region mom bobo enye kura man pani Akufo-Addo was 77 years so woni ma me kan age a kire 77 hwe ni age hwe akomode ekura no hwe no hofe hwe ni pedua hwe no redie okura positive mind adwen papa eni kura no yama o minister yama o deputy yama o chief executive yama o director general adwen boni nti etikroma yese software 72 million ni akoto software Ghana software anopai owura Christian Donkor atrase Ghana no yenye ne de yenton ana yenye Ghana ne de mampani Akufo-Addo nkwantimi enti mampani akukuduro ne anamonto otu nyina na ayekwai galamsey abusuafo se okọ Ashanti region dia in fact areho insuo yase no ene insuo bia ni wa yesu tena obetimi ase bia no o Ghana ha ensi da yase ni nyina eba ne se China fo ene omu yeso musu kodua koko onso ma be se koko no o ma be tuye koko ni nyina gu China fo Ghana ni ase bi wadwen wo fom China ni ma osika kakra wakọ chen da bi efam guje wase koko ni na ko Western North ho area so amai ne the biso area ho akontomra sekwi also area ho I can say body ho nyina o ma sense ase ni na adwen bone wo pani a yede wato ano ho pani a leader as MC ya oda ho hwe man pani Akufo-Addo da bia ne ho be efe adwen papa kura no wo adwen bone nti yade akodo wo ni paduam o mu na mo fefefe kwa wo penifo bebire yare twom o mu na mo kwa because o mu ni adwen pa wo man no ho amen fansia owura Christian Donkor beboa me na kasa no ato aso ma me na Ghana de pay my na no open him watching
oh hene anope mi chia papa
bibia e fine
yeah bibia kakra ho de wo
anope mani abere galam say mani abere the foni bia ni videos bia mi hu na de e koso no in fact Ghana say the wo ma sense ase no asay kwaye mu a ye jet forest reserve ye jato ho no champion anode
na oh hene mi what's the expect be say if few years to come
yeah
to me and bibi am for this calamity
within 10 years e be crunch you
better no all can not woman way you see sometimes you write something because you do all attention now we feel say this is an opportunity for me to come but you think that say who ideas will do that ben I realize it say yan take immediate measure that should be an yabe that man realizing president sabio papa ana wokan nimfiedu sabio op mani ye no pe no wetumeja enchema ade papa no wako wa ye na ye fi say nsuo ya ye numi si yan hwe ni ya because water is life yan hwe ni ye pe bedu mribi na masa insuo no cry say wie mpo ana situation about ya to pipe mu ba ko a na hwe ne ani
gallons krokra nkofo
na ebedu mmiri bi insuo no cry wonnya bi kura no wa yai na se president nya opepa se ye tu galamsi ase hwe move our ye near the politics abesham ana se enyinya me de dia fofia Kasagalam say when Kabade Sanka president Papa Akufo-Addo nka ye bade so opposition. Expert no way. The time among for the year politics. Say president wo Kasagalam say for adwuma obi nye adwuma ye. No wa hin na wantumi ankasa. Na
galamsey no wane ka cho say adwuma wo.
That time no we say few years to come ye be import water. What wo dem. And then musi media for the reason why we say no problem with you people they say you seem to let obi horse in your qualification me your professor why they won't tell you to say the person so make sense but mami mesim osime mami so me nka bibi when now realize this and shy a very important issue. Call for the damage president. Near the president attempt and what Google and say for more experts say than yes, but it's a more such electorate say, yeah, more than a year, some more cassette. President is you are best same with Jumani Adiadeno. So what I say, Jumana or said on canchos are meant to Galamsi, or say Mraya they are talking. Quaji papers. Near to me regulate what as the that shows the two do's and don'ts. Yes. Kaka, what gentleman called for a foot program, I saw beautiful in a galanza for I say, meanwhile, as an antissa. Namu so expert in a senka, move out, eh? Nanka mo expenditure amount for say oh adiano entisa na mo ntomo anya few years to come ye very important issue enti president ne pemua ana say ni ye mu no ope enti nanka atobi no asum nanka sa agitation na ekoso why ya me agaya politics awie say nyanyame na di afofia enka president papa Papa to say who for do kaba this time or opposition 1 and 9 nanko biaba no we jai bibie gum nanka niamana say what I say and the so called expert na ya mo no rather amunye honest amu man because say do politics near the ya na coalition there yanka ya ntum no obi nya ne mfantu obi ye wie dia ansa ne abema so me say you say me catch you say aponche also we are here or send you rather what the who banwa or said no only say no we send now what to from expert who so say in show what we are go back and then they were out of the casa so what is it now
ano ebusiafo hwe MPP lusu wo wasa Omanfm is wasa Omanfm is MPP lusu yi omulusu seat no wasa is DC 4 seat that there but almost lusu munyo kra oko prisia
unibali
galamse
yes
nina galamse
tama amudugu mu na president egu galamse fu adwumo galamse na expert for no motifie mu anka mo from expert enka mo be educate public na manfo say oh anya politics bi na aban oya na so be so gu abi adwuma but these are the effects say and take immediate measure in the long run yeah na be fitting and don't know who out America now president has suffer with the effect no na ni vote so ate bibia akofo amanko ka say hey kaka krem no eluso no afia no na waba who free say we expert keep your expert and stay in the room.
All right, Christian Donkor, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, only a guest. And you bedding come you're Ernest Thompson, or ye cane penny and not senator so. You bonuko do say Omoama dream biakoso, Sikabe $14.8 million. Omama Nashiro Maikwa. Nasem no, ye say Yabotogu, a female cassis is here. Yasa peja asem biu sikasem ebanisem kwa na sasika yi atwere emu di sasika no ye dey ebi di hunkomo Ghana aban sisia Airtel Tigo aban ato Airtel Tigo aban dia sisia enye private entity biu aban etimi ato Airtel Tigo Ghana fo akoma no atomo ho se ye ton aban japade na se ye ton dia enka Ghana fo be ka se hey na aban aton japade na amum aban ato Airtel Tigo na yebeboa ma adwuma fo na wo mu nyina sa kam na o ma adwuma no obi anka ho hwe na mom Sam George de also ho haw o say NDC for so mo ho haw aban provided the detailed accounts and now what transpired say aban etimi acquire the authorization of Airtel Tigo na omuti eto ibe de hunkomo we ni nsempie ma hye no so Franco Trading Enterprise anopay oka ho bi na anopay matenase Franco Trading Enterprise adehia mo hwe me open phone papa dididuma me phone ekura me Franco for a solid ankasa omo adaroma open mo phones bi e kama pa e bodwuma so ti kokope bi omo ye promotion omo tetete omo ne mani nyina so kama Samsung Nokia eba no smart TV mo konko for dem ko TV no munyai TV de sisi abafo 32 inches musika beso the kokope no be na top tabletop fridges nso eno nso oni bi si udem a oye sujanity true kope fridge fesi udem Franco Trading Enterprise ama wakwanya say enema mabobo so nyina no ebetimi aboa wo obra odidi dwuma wo fie nti discount eda so for 0246 422 338 Franco Trading Enterprise was a phone papa fee. At the same time, any person to social media, there be almost only a Franco fan musifo. Umbeda da waji usikanti maoni na pa omunimomo Franco poso omunimo. Inti maoni na osa abo ko a website www.francotrading.com and afi sa ko na oko Google Play Store Franco Trading app and also at ho nyina no onsabetimi akabi Franco Trading Enterprise was still funds papa efi no owura Christian Donkor atena senti topics I be di ho komo mabobo so nsimpu aba miensa e kan galamse ho komo ande yabrobro bi so a
na no yen conclude galamse ni resa ban say now no say if the awareness na sanso ababio say your more modern ni am prevent your waters no na I'm take move now you better say this time no I'm putting in enough control mechanism a very sustainable. Yes, a bear back and forth, sir. Never could cheat, never any, and could cheat, never any. So what I say? And so, yeah, once and for all. Look, the issue now, Cecilia discussing, I say, your persistence, you know, a cleaning. The main objectives said, yes, you know, say, into young Mumbai. Into young fine shaman food because who took Gamlam say no few people now. I won't pass some of them, but ye do one of the actions now to guarantee. In the long run, say, you know, as say, nothing, ye know no more. Affecting millions of people in the country. Meanwhile, what I said, meanwhile, I'm to Galamzino, I'm not saying, no one say I did affecting you, including them. Yeah. In Tiasi, explaining your mom what Tiasi said. Or in town, or no, in countries or June and Woodian. I buy or make an attempt to say, men conquer ye dumano. Or see, brother and a crata, ever more, a now dear cockatoo. No more yet to me regulate you. So what is here now? Do's and don'ts, never be over yet, and never be over any class of way. Not young regulate. Na obia make sure say un kona un komadi the waters no anase eyi no na on say no o tia say he sami janfi okoya kofa a speaker any eyi we say podium no ade ko si nsuo no mankasa
ko press conference o
an o kasa si yan hwe ne nsi aye meanwhile abana na prevent said Yan stop where you know, so you know, most of them would need to do. And you are not truthful.
But there was a certain video being so Kakubu and Cransonam said, would you buy a moment to Galamsin?
Sanet here. What I said, not that time, so called expert more. No, because election, young friend damage president, you to know. I say, you know, only dear for fear. And can you two president or you good near not to change. Now, and number out. Into president of Astro. Since I say you have a long way to go, 3 years ahead, and easy. Who are measures to be a yan now? No more be a galamsef will be so human. More opportunity. Now, say lances, not some dear lances, no, it shouldn't be difficult to get. As I say, yet easy. And a criteria to qualify for the lances. Remember, said, yes, I'm sorry, yes, you will be an intia. And you pay now school crap. Qualification be an answer certificate be a swan and son wedding and they say, oh, for certificate we brand son of the amount no. Or one mukra or two so only certificate be a but your criteria whoever not qualified for Sakwana so what I say. Now you for now be flexible man. So that when they need the certificate and I said, yes, so I'm a Quenjan of Angotua, which I easier more. Now we because of this so so now regulations are not solid and only hear me enough mechanism that a bit control that so that in the long run a bit benefit you now preventing you now saying now that is all this now from now going obi not decide way your quality be me declare that person me no che one in ma awo krom ha ye beto upo bi mra say president yi no on my politics bio na buy good obate. You see, you did some so then it goes back and comes to us. So president take initiative, you know, and he and I support. And I won't say yet, and the Yakasitia Anna. I'm why somebody certificate, I'm Koji, and your regulatory will not come back. And that your two election, your 2 years, president here, they are proud to say, oh, I had here, to say, yes, you only say. You see that you start afar. We are Professor Wotia. We are expert. Now I will who said insurance the consequences in the near future no and now you are now coming up. By the time now you the damage president. Now as saying presidential chances of winning no what you did because of where you belong to. But I now can a boy probably now you okay. But here the Yamias said you are taking the initiative never view. The best like you said, you'll be sent with Obisun, you did no. I'm certificate in overdue. So when overdue, and you're so flexible, so that requirement in your 2 times ever disqualify will be no moon. You see, if you don't make things flexible, I'm manipano. So your ordinary person to guarantee now more to your certificate now. In the long run, over fine 10 work or 2. But if the acquisition of the license and if you are so flexible, and you will say, oh, one day they will all come and take it, and they will not do that. Otherwise, and yes, I will fit today. No, as I could do because would the requirement to be about or meeting or no sooner do no into a moment be flexible to the doorstep as ordinary person. But me, Namun capture me, Namun regulating said, we are money you are or 2 we are going to a right. Now, I will try to make here appropriate taxes. Taxes, they are buying. Okay. What you say? All right.
In the Ever Galam said, now, share Senator Seminole briefly, then we come to the next. Senator Penny for you just charge your mom, Master Nafi. I saw almost 29 case charges, and as I come Senator Seminole, because I didn't know $14.8 million. And then if says can.
Yeah, 14.8. The Yankasan we crown. Almost $14.8 or so million. And yes, it can be crowned there. And the way you see Dino, even associated with the even OBS, you know, motor info. And the Mogu $14.8 million. A Yankas senator, Yankasan. $72 million. Since I can become $72 million, they are top software. Not yet to grow. Listen, champion. Sir, your best now, your judges near court, your lawyers near the someone said the way who dispenses justice or my will. If I talk about more profession, it will be no profession. What I say? In conformity with impunity, on inside the end of the day, when you feel they not going to be. And to move this message justice, and some way careful. You see, it's for the protection of the profession, the law, and your protection. And it's easy to go through the education to become a judge. And then it says, some check. Cases you however. The rate at which I am in town. Now you're going to panic, the identical one. Then I sometimes sit back and say, now, Nipa way I deal with any in town, a man at a dinner, some no call. Now, we share corruption, young war government, Sikaka Sakasia. Now, there's a source, 4 years I've been told. She said, you see, 5 years, you are caught. Now, you're the back and forth. Jesus Christ, are we putting in enough control mechanism? Are we sending signal out there to some people that no, if you steal from the government, you are not going to go scot-free, but punishment is awaiting for you. And these are the consequences. Have you thought about that? Sir, Nipa to me, I use 72 million some data software. That itself, software. Now, judge now we see on what secret of software 70 one that aggressive to boom. Straight to cut out you don't need enough evidence. Yes, a case now, I'm the court software. Set a court. And you see, case now with the coroner. Charges I more prefer against the we say no. I have you know, sir, you know, we say case no. Charges now with the bond. I say you're wrong charges. Wrong to say. Maybe I say yes, you say, any say.
First one.
First one.
Okay.
And tonight said, yeah, you know, I'm going for fresh, you may appropriate. Now, more family into that one, I would study. I didn't. And I'm with it now, no, I'm going for appropriate one. Say, what's that? Yeah, say, now when you appropriate, this is the appropriate one. And I'm with the alcohol. And he has a fresh charges about. They are presented to court. Yeah, they call against it and responsible. But you see, whether inappropriate charges or whatever it is, because we decided $72 million. Yeah, the first software. And yeah, the other software.
Ona nisi kanaba isi kamude zenye $72 million
software. Now what I did now with some way crowd symptom. Now at the chair and wrong charges. Which wrong charges? It was clear that Aquano work micro 72 me I say SaaS software no more than $2 million of a developer. Software I say you do papa. Send it to focus and pay for work. The brace what I show no mushi. What you say? Now, because I have free money, mom, go for pension. Yeah, dear Bentino, let's take decision and do anything. Software, no, now, you see the appropriate charges, and then you appropriate I but yeah, Chester, what the $72 million are called software. Software, and $72 million period. I'm say it on $72 million.
They'll share that countries now. We are to be sana. Young Fanto.
Make us say, now, Brony, now make a choice or see, so we be more better than this at a low cost. What just here? That's what one. Now, young player said, look, I said, a year to man. At the back and forth, 4 years down the line. Yes, sir. When in a court, who said, inappropriate charges. 4 years down the line. Or a court not bad, you say inappropriate charges.
I think one of the concerns are now judges need to raise in here. Say, Assembly State Attorney. I buy lawyer penny and I say Attorney General penny for most of the provide evidence. No, also Obi on court. On my court to on
the same thing. It's it raises certain kind of suspicion. That's the amount for Cafe. Abemu for no, Amuna Sana Motino. Is that the true statement? It means I was over and over here in Tino. And now I'm no parliamentarians are moving. You want some to. Would you may not break an affair? And would you want to a corner bones as a Obo or near NDC of MP or nearly class a saying you call it MPO NDC.
Why not send
what I say? I'm no more. And he said, who call it MP when you're some better or no Wabeka. Is that the same thing? Some politicians you protect each other. Nipa Bocroni say, I turned the uncle over whom I am a Hokasa. You acquire so much. Judge didn't be glad to me one at the moment in the year. Casing my twatching. Now, Nipa Bocronu, and in Namho. A dead signal and what is senior child that said, most shall now Bocronoa. You have a problem to deal with and to be careful. Then shall revenue send you seeing me. Abai, what's about Bonnie Nani Faraba and he said, internally generated money associated Yanni at the bomb, you go for Butum. And also, yet Cromha, yet Cromha. na nipa to me fa 3.6 million they are draw stick at it they are bobas no not to work at this time
almost 36 billion
ni ya jelly
bus branding
ya jelly ekwafin polo
within a short time ya
jelly ekwafin ni ka say ekwafin polo wa ya dia me nation but the rate at which ya jelly no na ni wa fa Ghana sika 3.6 million ya ko drodo ni pati ama be ya hwe no hina awa jetum say ade no wrong onam ho opening now if you look grow ya associate here I'm going to say you turn $1 million. I'm not going to call this. Go and read the audit report. Oh, to be put got to at the time securities are near Cotadia and yet near your mom, near physically knuckle inside the end here. What I say?
I quite remember, say, Imame Jifa Tibo or make it still Miss MPP Bapa or Kawa.
And I mean, I said, I'm not to Miss Adiano
until up to now.
Nippon or draw sticker. I said, by Quaji, under 100 or 1,000, even if it is 1,000, multiply by 113 buses, 1,000 times 113. Not just Sika, Omutiamano, neither Sika Mujifia Banho. 1,000 times 113 buses.
113,000.
130,000. And there's some Mutiamanipan. They ended up taking 3.6 million Ghana cedi.
36 billion old cities.
And they are sitting down.
Bus branding, 130 buses.
Yes.
13 buses.
Then you are sitting down.
Up to now, and Chubia.
Who chrome her? Yes, a clear. Nipa Tamsika. No, I can't know for some. I can't near. Mako, you can confirm. No, see, confirm not to cope with you. Sikano, I don't whatsoever with him. I'm not your physical. No nipa nango na ekwafun polo na unko jeri no say then for what why you born ya wona meaning but me compare say the rate at which ya DJ ya DS aso
case
nipa kwakọ jisika sa ko ya na fa ne sempo no na ne company bi company ono di anim inia ya jisika say ko di anim about 50 something million Ghana cedi. Yes, in Yanni na you deal or tries is in Nashi. Ni part to chrome her. What is here? Circle, who say you see interchange? Champion, you see circle interchange. Nani pay you $255 million they see. As you see, your president, Papa, the president is in Makumako 4 in $288 million. Are you joking? Even a president Nana Kufado Diano Campono Sibu. I am more complex than what Diano. As a phone in Nano, is better at the cost of $288 million.
As an auditor.
As Bakuka, 255 million.
Oh, your auditor.
You're funny over invoice.
Gentino minor. Say yeah procurement and yeah contract be over invoicing of contract and others. Any professionals and trumopobone.
I'm now on internal auditors. I will why you go through. Nasa a syndicate. I'm counting boom. You're none here come boom. And the need the kind
cartel.
The financial director, internal auditor, the board. I'm now cartel. Near Naya plan near the near Dico. What I say, near you be near the cop. At the end of inside your way, over invoicing. Obi, finance director who are and I say internal to go to me one, so I deal with. And then you are some badachi. I say, I catch there, my friend. Why shall you with it? What I say? Now, you're bumping, you're finding penny being too. And see a dear by you. And I'm in a dear for feet. And cry a what the Trinity. And I confirm who's Adiano, Disicano, and ye jelly. And Kauni na can you want the angel be? That's a way, sir. What I said, did you ever some? Yeah, respectable, Pamudumano, you are respected. But the rate of moody cases should be called. And several as a deterrent to others. Yes, some. And so was a deterrent to Obisuka Kono Bisa the same too because no be and when your punishment to be. All to me can have something to make a sense. Or the $72 million at software. Who bonded? Software is old one. Uncle pension cigar, or 200 pension cigar, the manual. Or to me, just no atrabang or Rafi, Nenny Bonin Tete. 250, 300, 400. Ubia Duma. Now, Tazi grow a chat. I will grab a DC Tazi and you had the knuckle. Bang on what I didn't see. Tazi near the knuckle, 100. At the end of the day, she can never say. What does she? As a would this share, Mufasika, no more yet. Proper strategic planning. Sebial contributors, progressively. 10 years who said the contribution here, the man as a retiree, cost from Kakranka, who said no so hotono. You bet town yet your cost software. Nay, we have a cassette. Charges no inappropriate. 4 years down the line, now when you say inappropriate. From the beginning now, you're the coin, you say inappropriate. What does it? And your best, you state 5 fresh charges against Elbor. So, this year, I know the appropriate one. Now we are here. Attorney General, public, and we are interested in these cases. Somebody has to be punished to serve as a deterrent to others. Some of the and then you should forget about the system. That's all. Now you go no Beyonce said we don't Franco. Check who call road construction here. Contractors are young home. Me say, send me any party in Chica Nisika. Send me correct contract because construction road. At the end of the day, she can't be conny pabuto. Quite young, yeah. Yeah, they are so. Now that's all I say a death trap. What does it? Check about we buy him. Or catch you when some previous administration. I'm for a car. Yama road contractors. You do Mukanian family. You have to cover person here. We are cover a car 11.6 billion here. They buy Ghana City. Say a car.
Contract.
Say a car when Mama your contract. You are stating the companies, individuals. Say I buy the 11.5 billion. And on a Mahama DJ Kufad. And the Kufad said, Mammy Shusham. And a president, the man, auditor general. And I'm going for some of the show mommy. You yes, you show a car, now genuinely. I see it, I have 5.2 billion or so.
The good change, no, I see about
almost 6 billion. Can you contribute? So, Mamma, Nipa, listen by now. I am no crano. I want to go into bed and will be soon your business time. All right. Omanfm be na o interest on koma yedinya Mr. Anan anope me chiao Das Capital pani mon koma ni gusupa munya botre amfa mpa bonta echi behwe ama monsa kamusika Ghana no na so ni nyina no bibi akwakuso yeda na ye ho yato nkraba ye ba beto ankoma
na batan awofo ne ahwefo ye na ye nim se ye nkoda ne ko school anne na woboa wo ho de se wo moa wo ho a e ma ne hawo kra media sem denam se wo beto wo ba ne pencil books ana eniam ekeka ho nyina no enko ba bia ko JK Company Limited for nche we na ye sole distributors e ma natural products e wo Ghana ha nyina wo mo natural pens pencils crayons pencil cases mat sets afei wo JK exercise books wo say wo JK 5-star A4 and a fake A3 papers. Who bet to be able to do yeah, we hear paper at the edge. She said JK Company Limited, the truck coin. And what number 60 or 2 Blowham Street. One Christ Embassy, sorry, no, and a bunch anymore. Our North Industrial Area. Fair woman, and now no woman can say WhatsApp was 0540 12599.
Michael, we support the new system. It's a funny guy.
Yeah, Minya, mama, Mike.
But you are Tony near.
Ah, let's not be able to go and go.
Because support my boost your phone in our immune system. Hey, that's a Cheval t-shirt. But t-shirt. The come back the funk, I know. Your t-shirt will go, mama.
Boss, champion, Mr. Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Vehicle is supporting the immune system.
And your well-being.
Vico 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joy Herbal Center. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by A.
Ago, good people of Ghana. COVID-19 is still living with us. Wear your nose mask as it protects you and helps prevent spread among people. If you're using one made with a fabric, this is for you. Wash it well in warm soapy water as often as possible. Rinse it under running water and dry in the open sun. Iron your clean mask before you wear and seal it in a clean plastic bag if not in use. Change your mask as soon as you notice any little damage or even a change in the shape of your mask. Remember not to use the same mask for more than 12 hours. Surgical and N95 masks are not to be used for more than 8 hours. Dispose of in a closed bin or burn it in a safe place immediately after use and wash your hands with soap under running water afterwards. For your own safety, carry extra clean masks for possible changes during the day. COVID-19 is no respecter of persons. Let's come together and fight it. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, the Ministry of Information, and partners.
Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, and current affairs talk show. Day 23 of the month of April 2021. You can join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Net2TVGH. I'm here with Mr. Christian Donkor, an auditor, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. You discuss a lot of messages. I'm for interest just a message topic I discuss no tumi say am for adwen wo so papa sikadie ye di okromu ha o hwe ma meji fati bo yesi bus no branding 116 sisi 116 buses and or the baako bia 1000 cedis
116
but at the end of the day no almost spend 3.6 and wa hi meba Smarties bus branding saga.
Yes.
Where 116 Metro Mass Transit buses were rebranded at the cost of 3.6 million Ghana cedis. Jifati for the then transport minister, Yankan Hore, basically. Obiso the concern about Galamse Kono was a handful of so count. Was it anonymous handful be a timid in Sassinema? Who woke up on him free pay, not eat to Galamse, then chain and so. Galamse in air coso. In Ghana, a handful of be true. We should blame them. The message is no Benya Daja can kind of bako. I think that in some bobo so
I tell what you know.
Yeah.
So we take 116 buses. Now the multiply 1,000 and if I so your dear. Let's say man now free 3.6
million man.
And Chica, I think when we I have 3.4 million Ghana city.
34 billion.
Billion. Yeah. Papa be one. None here obisika. Anna or the man and the boss is sika. Anna and only she can in 1,008. Anna, you say, the call, and you say, a pair necessary says here, then go theatre immediately. Into your friend can always do. No, see, Papa Woody, or town 1,008. No, the go try. On and buy a crown. Confirmed the Kosha was doing some funny year, ya in operation. Why, I didn't pocket up an inch, you know. Now, me no tax, Sika. That consolidated fund. Road, and I say no. A good road go, who trust Kumasapine. A double road, and yes, you say. I'm by a president who first starting in the road. I'm buy a pepper. Now I'm saying, Hina. Now I'm 2 BB. Now I'm single lane. A part to maybe a single lane. A corner Who accident is you commercial? And ni now you're single lane, you're turning to single lane. None ni party for a 2-year contract. Me no tax money 3.4 million Ghana cedi with deal kun bottom or to what? But this is our TV and our sniper and a Canada hop.
Okay, maybe could summa Joy Herbal Center for say Copper Vehicle 20 million. Numere Obedan one be a sense a immune system booster. COVID Bremo, a number drone be a boapa, Edumbrane, Hamankwana, Vehicle 20 draw. A fee na bedroom Tito drugstore be a mouse of a Vehicle 20. A joy for Nediaba, joy for products and so a sophomore, ultimately say, Fiti Precope, and a drone Emma Mountain so. Shimu Kwachi and Sana Food and Drugs Authority Council, Ashishim. Now, on take a cranoabre, Bibica cranoabra, Uhia Vehicle 20, for 0244 585 531 and a 0244 876 321. JK Company Limited, at the books for public primo, and on Kodadi Sunadia, Nataraj products, books, Acadia, pencils, crayons, masset, Nina JK4, and a day Abba. Mama Tonsan, Mama Bobosi, Upe be a wholesale with 2 or nebo for a papa, on so a cocoton so any assume fasua. Bra number 60, or 2 Blockham Street, or North Industrial Area, on the Christ Embassy, a opposite. Open Nataraj product, which is a Nataraj pens. Nataraj pencil cases, crayons, massets, open GK exercise books, open a Champion Plus A4 paper, Stacks Plus Premium A4 paper, open 5-star A4 and A3 paper. Linear be Ubenebi oh, what try your fresh 0540 125 999. Obisa Mimusa say civil servant, any politicians, one are corrupt. Osimi Musa.
So what's that?
We auditor.
Me so almost say, top line politicians,
civil servant,
ministers, no. Oh,
some minister they are.
Civil servants, they are from technocrat. Bonini na say if you look, say, if you are say government agency, I open account. Na say Shikabumwa, finance director, or your signatory.
Okay.
Director of that agency, that ministry, director, ministry director, on a contract via your register, on no deal more access.
Director, civil technical
directors
of administration, agencies, in departments.
That is it. I'm going to be a contract, your money. Be a baby, minister, you see, only a man report. And sometimes we target a minister. And I'm going to say, who do I show up? Uber Casa, Nancy down for no. Yes, I could better, on one or young. No, it's one of Bugunasi. But at the end of the day, you, the minister, your charge is that you're supposed to identify the loopholes. Now, through that, you block what the policies block that a yin and conform young, any CEO was in a director. More necessary put in appropriate control. If you don't happy work, ECG, you see, Papa, and when you know put in control, never be a thing we can't say, unity. Okay, airport, the answer.
Yeah, MD, no.
MD, put in control. That's a key conform your home. Yes, all we are for me, Massa. Look what be an into whoever not the control by no. Hey, no, why dictate workers, no? Yet you're in free home. Yeah, Davana who said, or a bad manager. You only not now because of the control mechanism of the you know. Now, you're not make us a public. You're very strong. Yeah, we are coming from professional background. Look, sir, workers down there agitation. And you agitate here, you say, hey, more board, no, a board, and you're bad. When we are bad into you know, public, yeah, we shouldn't be quick to judge them. We shouldn't be judgmental. Here, because workers, no, because they are down, normally at into they easily say things not about you. As if someone I want a brain, I am bad. I know I'm going to do. I want you can't. I'm going to go be beer. What you say? And now, you have a tattoo.
Yeah, because it's here.
You have a awesome. And you see, sir. A woman not good enough for workers. And the way forward, you advise government your workers. How can Airtel to go collapse, almost done. Uye Juma, senior, I mean, minimum grano. They obtained, they are at the third of the market share. Market share, my friend said, empty and here you go down. And this big done, now you command the third market share with some collapse. Crown employees here go down. Managers fail to put in control mechanism. And the technocrats down there, the ordinary employees, I'm creating that loophole. Why? One said, who was right? A yet difficult so with tree, I'm now a seer. But when you are Tiasiano, or Trinity are not their honey in you. Sana, you say, one said, I just think I'm or not down to one. No, so who they wanted for where the was to be. And I'm now was here now for they are two. But at the end of the day, who politician here, the battle is because you fail to discharge
your duties as a leader.
Well, as a head. When I say identify, now you say, but so to me, yeah. Nasa workers no you say, you know, or you say, you don't declare. Yakacho says, I fought no few workers, and yet we say, you see, bossy. Some information I must say, I have workers and this answer. No, all putting better policies.
Yeah, because that's about was almost 20 million.
Yes, and you find you to papa to change. You are for beer. Osisukake. You cheers here. Nesikani you bottom. You have said the system. That is how it is. And at the end of the day, no, the elector said, Nipa no beside no. Workers no way to move on. I'm not your problem. Once I mean, Papa Bia, full gospel, international for head, you know. Ni preaching be now. Ni preaching.
Yeah. No complaining.
I saw an opportunity to interview
attitude of Ghanaians.
Interview 6 well-to-do billionaires. And Obisam said, "Now, Sikai Nano, I didn't know near a Juma. No, Nipa near Juma being near the Adi. Or so Bisa or Shop of Adano or Sri. I see the same system. Yes, sir, or Kamu no Bisa or Kobia individually. And they all said the same thing. Say, look, let me tell you. Niao Kasam in Biajman and your problem. I have all it takes to open the door. What you say? No. Eba machines are many problem. Land and a dark Sika. For accounting where you bank statement or look, me want abundance. Not to make big money, sir. But my problem is workers. Human, somebody you are creating business said, the one on your problem. At the end of the day, we will build business, no, not one year you end up losing your capital and everything. And they all said the same thing. It's a human attitude, and that is it. And Obia's our government, she was here about pointing on Mokai. Hey, Monya careful. Muka identify loopholes and for news to go bottom. Move for better policies about block those loopholes. At the end of the day, they wait. But when the agitated come out and tell us the truth about where the loopholes are, any measures I will put on dinner, young Gambusi, you come and explain. Ghanaians will better understand you and we speak on your behalf. But if you don't do that, now so complaining, train because the loophole no, or also or corner loophole no, I always say you no one is complaining or your head. You just have a I know what it is, and show. You see your say you this say about near that no subject. At the end of the day, they will turn back. Near Hakatos or your bad manager. Near you. Into a work-wise
is enough. All right. Very interesting discussion. You can also join the conversation by joining us on our social media platforms, Net2 TVGH, on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter. Then you send in your messages there. Friday's edition of the Dialogue Show, 23rd of April 2021. Yeniura, Christian Donkor. Ziga. I'm not UPSC, nobody from. No, I didn't come on pay. Sikasabon Komo. Obimusa, we shouldn't do comparison discussion. Okay, it will be message, but we are not doing any thing concerning. We are comparing this to that or so. No, yeah. The point to be a busy baby. I don't know. We are Christian Donkor. I can say, I'm on your phone. Be I am sure has a software more. And what I say, a kwakusi says, technocrat no crown so can't be. Who leader no, and I head no. What I say, if did you about the same. Now, Kofana would about Betoso, but in the people also judges no, I say state prosecutors no ma court, also full of some number on ma judge no so massa and Ranman Quine. It be no being immediate no, so for being they say state prosecutor name ma after also money interest bill. And the forgery cases are born in a discharge a jan free. Any day Ghana for Ankasa, Jumama, and Yanko for Brofo, and immediate so now. Yanko, I buy a young say, Yaminadum, Tiguna, a coffom, sending now Boston. I buy it to me at 100% shares in Yabidia buying some. And for Sudia Bay and the Bebro Mino.
You, well, dear, I say the Tiguna. Other companies know outside in a Hanoi branches. But I think quite recently, not two companies operating individuals, no more to me, and commanding the market share. In terms of I'm operating form. So I think somewhere that 2017 or so, strategically, they came out to say, so I'm doing together we stand. Divided before.
Yeah.
Into almost says on mobile phone, among shares in Nubaboom. Now I'm running as one entity. So every year Airtel Tigo. And I'm a year. I mean consultation with a buying. Quite buying super fast over Buama. Yeah, in say regulators now one who say I'm gonna share assets near you know say it will be a strategic move for them to be able to do that. And Tiamu Kaboom, now I think down the line somewhere year 2020 and 20 is somewhere October 20 or so or September. And now two companies he entered to go. Almost started discussion with our bank and say they want to leave the country. Because I think they said the Kambo Musono still we are not getting the appropriate dividend we want.
Okay.
Into your Paciaco. Now, and I buy, I'm going to go to buying him. Then say, I buy Oya Bonia, or yeah, I buy Bonia. I because oh, somebody a more private investment. Why should you come and tell me? And you know, so I buy said the mountain. Now young going to negotiation. Now by share the consequences of the two companies, going out of Ghana and remember, one, they serve very significant when it comes to the economic prowess in Ghana.
Yeah.
And they serve that. I'm saying this because one, your enkofua, I'm daily bread. You're from employees. Remember, as I said, even more investment on my employ more people.
Yeah.
And he said, more kakreja, my employee Nippon be ammonia be no more. Some of the unemployed people. Two, our more precious, and your customers as well. I also got to me a Tom product, and now Marco Tom, Musunya BB 80. On this daily bread. Into Mukwa or no so Uncle Jinahi. Anna, once a Ghana, you develop a digitization system. And also, these telecoms they play very significant role. Back of phone to me, yeah. Even by and large, you know, so who allow only few people to say, then by and large, you are giving them the hegemony, which is no monopoly. And they'll have the opportunity to manipulate the prices. A better maybe not fighting even a digitization system. Because you need this telecom, this network to be able to work effectively. It is a we and from one shall only few no gaining monopoly, and we will have a problem. And the government research and the other analysis will realize or not. If you allow this to go, then these are the consequences we are going to face. We have even other stakeholders that depend on that company for survival or other revenue. Remember, this advice, so a company big go, it deny advice from getting tax. And so your revenue will also go down. And so there is the need for us to sustain the Chatered. In the one on Ursula, another champion minister, Memeka said, "Oh, you're very effective. I Ursula Wusu. On the tran one on the Debbie. Someone was still on more cordial, and you're buying your veggie near Rani. And I buy no until now, no agreement number said, okay, looking at your asset I have as a Chatered. Any a car, your day, a liabilities, you know. Say you strike here, I buy your fee said, you're the mouth at this price a year. Into a buying almost the hard agreement, you know. Now, only Sika TI, Massa, $1 million.
Ah.
Now, good work, company good work,
company Kakanina.
Nani asset only be bio, one and they've agreed. And winning be a year, the way government will convince them. Almost a deal with the Maya. In the long run, this will be the benefit. And with the winning. Now, good work, crown, that's a move, good work, a Chatered. Master, in as much as they command the third share of the market, Master, they have the population. Customers are there.
Nipa use some products.
Yes. So even good way, good name, Crampono, can blow money, but good arrangement by Oslo president and then others, they say 1 million. Give it to us and let's give you the company. Now only and you are buying Aji Nanyakupo Adiama no. And you say I take over the assets, take over the liability, and then others na liability no. And say now more day a kabiana wumpa na asukakra and only say $100 million be to start chat. And you know so one negotiating BBR might even above from cra with the agreement, you know, they will pay it and so forth. Now buy the investment ankasa at the above. Now buy investment education one. Buy is going to sustain the employees.
Workers somewhere more.
In employees no be lose with and time. Enti in Kauye Chatered Gunia, Kako Trefi. But a buyer top at that price or the secure be show. It is one. The existing employees will maintain their job. And then two, because of government, somebody big investment, there's going to be an expansion. Which expansion means that government is going to recruit more. And if you crowd government here expansion, begins to bring a human behind. And now I'm so and come product now, so and come shut it down. And come so they are also going to sustain them.
Okay.
Then also the market share now. I'm going one share. Now I buy crown. Obetini Vodafone when we now compete strongly. I'm sure. I'm crown they will force to reduce their prices. Vodafone one crown will reduce some prices. And you know what happened? Government is going to compete with them. Now, even though government is the main objective, not necessary to make profit, but government beyond so establishing enterprise and as a corporation here no specific aim. The specific aim is one for you to sustain the employees to get something doing. No, this will be two. I'm depending on company. Listen, to me. I'm new. They are into me more. I want to back up top product now. Government digitization. They need Chatered to go as a strategic partner to be able to sustain it, and all those and infrastructure and so on. They need the assets. And yes, somebody to me now with their but the overall of this thing is it will lead to appreciation in the GDP. Your GDP because
I see.
Because company collapse, your GDP because the GDP is the value of all the goods and services produced in the country. Into even one company say a collapse is not good and it's not in the interest of the company. That is why we all pray for you. Say Juma not to me sustaining home. Now also to me prepare Juma year. Now and sustaining and contributing to GDP. So what I say, you know, you have said now I buy it to me akoto way. The question is that what is the way forward? Champion, what is the way forward? The issue is can government sustain this company operation?
And only as a
and only the way forward. Government can, and these are the strategy government should put in place. One, government should re-examine the management of this LTT and make sure they have people in there that are professional, that are technocrat, that can survey the system better and compete with the market or the industry. On pension management, you know, because company ninko yamuso munko into buying on competent people to be able to go in there. And then two, when they go, the employees themselves, no now buying because of Munti, in our buying air tosadi. You got some employees in our home. If you are not sucking anybody to bring in a new person, study any organization has system has its weaknesses. And you know, I'm study management, you know. You make sure say what are the loopholes? A carbon amount for she book a carbon your first year. Now I'm to me see loopholes in now. When they do that, then employees know that point of now you treat as here. But do
you think you say abaya tono? Abaya da you can say abaya new of us into abaya juma de etuna JJ. So sustainability our can was me, and it's effective and efficient, you know. Bet me abwa my GDP abwa obra akoya abaya de.
Definitely. Na me can say abaya the success of this strategic year what it depended on how they will do the feasibility studies.
Okay.
Look at what went wrong. I'm a company.
I conform. Okay.
I think you said identification of the problem is part of his solution.
Okay.
Once I identify the problem, then you are finding antidote to that. It's part of his solution. So they do that first as what analysis to make sure say what some of the things the company management were doing wrong. Including re-examining the board.
Okay.
Re-examine the management. MD or whatever it is. Look at them and see their competence, their skillful prowess of being able to help the company. Look at it. Now making sure say who knows when you appropriate, bringing appropriate board. People with skills who are determined, and let them know that the success of this organization depends on them. And the president is counting on them to revamp the company and to compete well. Let that be the objective of the board, objective of the management. And once they do that, to put an appropriate board in place, the management will also come and say, no, now we also have to put in control to make sure that we block those loopholes. So the management will also identify loopholes through which people find avenue for corruption. No, who said, I don't want to be here wrong. And it's can you go for now we say the policies and better control omo putu enti obi also ti ase na yetua ne salary no ono so fa kwan bi so wi aman no you know 30 go no ono so ye block wa no ho be kire no onya kwan ni nwie bi
okay but
that's you know one government do that the company will continue to compete and the necessary taxes as buying in your company will be the necessary profit or dividend remember as I said the production will also add it to GDP. So at the end of the day, the GDP of Ghana will also improve, and it will also help us to increase our fiscals. That is our revenue levels. Not that means when you be necessary expenses. So all your more minus and that development are here when you see can be there. But me, I know said. The main year na government here interest fire the ability to sustain the company so that employees in other a year woman ammonia duane amo send here and nothing about and so we take good measure for me in particular are very good. Now I'll commend government so I hear there now dying company amon honest na can say a government fought to be no almost more pressure competition na and I buy ya opepa and can buy she got the show me and go to me the aya the full Friday. Your ma and na Ghana, your Ghana Telecom. You remember? Ghana Telecom.
Okay.
Company ya and a pali huge debt the go home. Now huge debt na pali go home. Now my company no mem. So at the end of the day, never collapse. You know strategically what President Kufuor did of Vodafone. And Vodafone, catch us in the whole world. You can't telecommunication, YGD power, Wesika, Massa, Vodafone, Obo, Scope internationally. And young fat Gangang to one of the giant telecommunication Vodafone. No more magic. Now, said the Omanfm, now more running here, send you one. Or be losing the Juma. And a two. On the investment in the bar. A very competition, one person gaining that hygiene.
Monopoly system.
Now manipulating my prices. Look, Sagana, this telecommunication, I can only one telecom here. Yen na yebesu. Adia bache, nani data we're increasing the same. Adia bache, the unit no increasing. What can I do for you? So you need that competition.
So yeah, you need competitive.
And Ghana Telecom wasn't doing well. And I buy Vodafone giant. I'm over J assets. In the first place, they gave us money. No, I'm saying this is a so one, they maintain the employees got their job, and they did expansion, which they recruited even more. Now, done you. And the Ghanaians are capable of managing their own affairs. You deep President Kufuor. You did your politics. And we'll go Ghana Juma. I remember a presidential candidate at that time, Prof. May, so racing perfectly. That time, on one own sober way, President, please on yes, sir. But sign Nick for ya. A binomano, the yaya, ya trod near and the goo, which is a placard on the man. Ghanaians, we are capable of managing our own company. Na Prof. Fire. Ye deep President Vatama, and maybe so. Ghana Telecom and never a food of you. One was a food of a Makoja buying Sikabi. Now the Ghana Telecom, every day I saw buying budget no discussion because I thought you were start. Nothing why I'm Fabima, but here the court is a bank here. I'm more here, you know, her bank will be a bank. What did the customer security? What? One fine yet to maybe I won't be able to transfer to Guabuchi, Sicano. Say, oh, my numpa, can't the government go for long. Now, you do not increase our GDP. What transfer the crowd Buchi? One from your two. Capra, what now would they call asset? No from company now the asset man. Not in here. No catch Bank of Ghana said, me will liquidity challenges. Me company no me running again into no problem. Into me no tax at that Bank of Ghana no agin liquidity support no the call. Into a say or no one physically being good Bank of Ghana. No more yeah tax. I say yes one the same thing. Okay. Into Ghana Telecom no one physically be go bank consolidated. Advance so that no trade for the sake but Vodafone pay. She senior was your competing. Now she senior almost a sustaining employees are almost what. One was on my cottage to give you a mile. What I say? But appropriately, no, I pass to say, I buy Obiso, but you need this company into a cover. Come in here, say, in California, I say, Ghanaians are capable of managing their own company. Now I buy what to acquire a typical company. Never you find here. And come over upon our mother comment, advice why you are dear. So even Ghana Telecom, one may be ashamed. Ask me why they are.
But minority is even insisting to look at the full details of.
Now sometimes you see, sometimes you know, you're careful saying it because Sabio MP for the being a good job and it's an August how but sometimes Nick certain kind of behavior. It's untenable. One year you say something, look, sometimes you have one to in your estimation, a big company like Tigo and then are buying $1 million in the first place. We had $1 million to a big company like that. But through good office and negotiation, with the benefit of hindsight, you don't even need to look at document. That's Chatered to go, and you know the pedigree of Chatered to go in Ghana. Ghana say 1 million credit, and you buy what you get to. We done because I'm say I'm setting now near dear la $1 million. Now would you know deal no with something suspicious in the deal so minority look, you are ranking member of the communication. Sometimes you want to tell you that strategic move to acquire Chatered to go, you are not aware.
Definitely, it will go to the committee.
Or quite a committee.
Definitely.
We see, we are starting that kind of propaganda thing. At the end of the day, the end of the ship will have the sentiment for ordinary Ghanaian. And Chatered to go, acquisition BB young Baka. We are parliamentarian. You are part of the committee that vetted it. Come out and tell us what is wrong with that acquisition. I have suspicious.
And also Charles Atakra Amaniampon. What are you doing to all these corrupt politicians? In fact, it is really hurting. Good morning, Mr. Christian Donkor from Paris and Ode Abba. Also, Nadia, and also Edia Bananti. Edama say, you just have about 5 minutes to wrap up the show. Of any
conflict of interest Professor
virologist
conflict of interest to make a cry 5 minutes okay Chatered to go you recommend the president for coming out to acquire it. One, with the employees now, you're sustaining on interest and also expansion from one for more investment income. Then to me competing on for
okay. A customer 95 2 minutes to wrap up.
Professor no war Nuguchi. Okay, Professor no.
Yeah.
Oh Nuguchi no. And sir, me call for you last week. I'm the idea we buy and we knew we are. I'm got trap, baby. No, I'm not saying for the other. Say, Professor, no, there is conflict of interest.
Almost a Ufuriata cousin.
Professor, Nipa, why a professor? I walk on Gucci, time walk on Gucci. Now, even president, you cannot be president. Why, yet, even I remember coming 90 first case and yes, I Gucci one and the buying. One can say, eh, beer, ya can say, beer bank, president in Massey, may make you for that and you who be crying fancy. At the buyer, near the other. And there are aspects in this thing. And I say, I'm per contract now with the mind say, our airport, you know,
yeah,
and we frontiers. Anna and Convoy from Alliance CDA, Okasa, Amudi, a report to Bogos, we buy, say, your ribbon be Irania, the Adena last week. Yeah, and some Daniel Freeman because I'm on farmer some information here. And Tianamu Baya, I'm not a heading video to her. Any a Kufuado of Oriata cares in conflict of interest. Now, read here. Pavadia Professor William Omanfm. Look, me number for weighing Usha Nguchia, virology at Nguchi Medical, so on what control research for no the back. Nasa ya phobi now why your contract now why year
okay
when say our you know airport one as I say I'm my expert everything then I say I'm the command of vetty and of shank for no so we bet me you man need your yakaku you no my contract and you are in am conflict of interest in this
next week because as yeah yeah brother so yeah fa kwanya so ratio momodi o mawoda happy birthday. And all you are generally, Yamobia happy birthday. Sanso and Enkoma Nana Adwa Safo, we Apostle Safo School of Arts and Sciences, Asas, class 4, or from your dad, Pastor Dakum, and Erishi Nebaba, Nana Adwa Safo, a happy, glorious birthday. Enkoma, class 4, the Kwame Bridonim, Yamema Nyansa, I would be sure there. And 2 television, the dialogue so in every show. Happy birthday in coma a year coach Tony Loku, a former Amidas professional, we rely more Sisoko and also Enrishi coach Tony Loku, happy birthday. Name Eddie Afibako Akanimfio, Tianso the Brekum Chelsea former coach and also Edina Odanti coach Tony Loku, happy birthday and come on. Mididi owo ahene ntwibu isi akobeda era Christian Donkwase say no peton safre no obeka ya ho production team no nyina so beda mu nyina say me sorry so ya mo fa boache e be take over na nyame ya do machina a weekend ntina na ohwe ho so ya dwada ban so be sa to the dialogue so stay connected and have a great weekend.
Trading enterprise. Phone pop up.